www.simiids.com.
Okay, my name is Saheed Oyede. Adesukom is my third name, and I'm also known as I Chief Human Being. I finished from University of Lagos. I did my BSc and MSc in Risk Management and Insurance, and I'm a lecturer at the Department of Insurance, Federal Polytechnic, Ilaro, Ogun State. For now, because of the low level of insurance penetration in Nigeria, most people don't really know that there's a nexus between insurance and how it can be propagated on the social media. You see that most of the insurance companies that we have today, they are just getting their foot on the social media. And when I even say social media, I mean Facebook specifically, because the normal traditional advertisement medium has always been the mode of getting across to some selected customers, especially by a phone call and maybe a billboard advert. And most of these insurance companies believe that when they do a billboard advert to the public, it doesn't really capture their specific markets. So what we are just doing right now, at least for some companies that I've worked with lately, that they are trying to maintain a 24-hour non-stop access and presence on the social media, whereby you can ask, especially on Twitter, where you can ask them questions real time and you get feedback. But even if you look at it very well, you see that those people that are on Twitter are the very, very classic type, and most of them do not really see the importance of insurance. So getting your message across to them is one thing, converting them to your side is another thing. So for now, the social media, especially the Twitter and Facebook, may still not be a very active tool to get across, to get people to buy insurance in Nigeria as at today. But if you look at the next 10 years, 15 or 20 years, we will not have no option than to come online and gather a lot of information about specific products and where you can get them in real time. So for now, it's still an evolving sphere of advertisement. Even if you look at the contribution of insurance to the gross domestic product in Nigeria, it's under 0.6%. So if you are looking at 0.6% of the national GDP, you can now imagine what we are going to have when we talk about using social media as a medium of reaching those 0.6%. So you really see that for now, I keep repeating for now, because of the total population that are doing insurance, we may not really want to go deep into it. When you look at insurance, you know, in Nigeria, insurance, the origin of insurance is from Great Britain, and that is a developed economy. But in Nigeria here, we are still having a lot of people that are still struggling to become, to even meet their ends meet, and it's kind of, they see insurance as secondary. You know, in the academic parlance, we say insurance is a bought product, not a sold product. Meaning that if somebody did not tell you about insurance, you may not likely willingly on your own go and take up a policy. So for those that are in business, and I always tell people, if you can invest 500,000, at least minimum 500,000 into your business, there is no reason why you should not take up an insurance policy. Granted, in the past, we always say our insurance people are liars, they are foreigners, they always do people. It's majorly because of the educational level of people with regards to insurance. And I always tell people, when I was marketing insurance, if you have ever taken up an insurance policy and you feel cheated, we have what CBN is to the banks, we have NICOM to the insurance company. You can always lodge your complaint and also get feedback and get sorted by the regulatory bodies. So for now, if you have any business, at least that is worth 500,000 and above, you should never consider not having insurance, because whether you like it or not, one day there is going to be a loss that may not be adequately catered for from your own personal purse. And if you have a vehicle that is that is still motorable. Even if you are not going to take up what we call a comprehensive insurance policy, you can take what we call a third-party motor insurance policy. That third party is what we know in local parlance as police let me go. But if you look at it, whenever a vehicle is involved in an accident, there's always a possibility of you damaging third-party property, or even your accident involving another third party on the road. So you may never know when this will happen and the magnitude of what is going to happen. So if you have at least a minimum of third party, which is just 5,000 naira as of today in Nigeria, you be rest assured that anytime your vehicle is involved in an accident, at least you can take care of the third party. Then your own property will now be your own personal headache to sort out. And for life, most times, well, let's say, God forbid, you will not die, but every man is born to die. So whether you like it or not, at a particular point in time, you will die. So why not just do a sort of savings where interest can be accrued, and you know that whoever that is depending on you, whenever you go, ultimately we get one or two financial backbone to survive for the meantime. So save for life insurance, we call it a savings measure, because you never can tell where and when death will come knocking. So whether you have a very negative impression about insurance or not, try and say, okay, from today on, after this interview, let me take up a policy at least to start with. And I always advise people, lastly, that insurance is a complicated profession, and if you are not, it's just like law. There is no way you do maybe one law course in your school and you now say because of that you are now a lawyer. So insurance is far, far beyond what the ordinary man and woman on the streets can key into and understand hook, line, and sinker. What I always advise people is that try and get a broker. Broker is a specialist in insurance services. Transfer your burden to him and let him be the one to do insurance policy for you. Thank you. In this economy, it has really been a very, very tough one for the insurance industry. Now, if you look at Nigeria as a country, abroad, in South Africa and let's say United States and the UK, it is actually the insurance companies that own banks. But the reverse is the case here. Most of the insurance companies that we have here, they still depend largely on bank. We have what we call bank assurance arrangements, where the bank and the insurance company will come together to offer a specific product to their customers. So for Nigeria, especially in this recession time, it has really been hard for the survivor. But because they must maintain, or because they are what we call a going concern and they still want to be in business, they have found a way of cutting down costs. So when you see insurance companies in Nigeria today, most of what you have is they are marketers, even to the extent that whoever you meet as if you are studying insurance in the university, the first thought that will come to your mind is after graduating, there's a very high possibility that you become a marketer. Why? Because they are trying to penetrate more into the market. And apart from that, because of the economic recession, insurance also have to find a way of staying afloat in the industry. If not, we just have one or two insurance companies collapsing, and that will also further affect the confidence of Nigerians on insurance. So the government is really trying to make sure that insurance keep penetrating, especially if you look at Lagos State, for instance. Most of these what we call compulsory insurance are being enforced little by little in this part of Nigeria, that is Lagos. But Abuja is also trying, but largely, if you look at just 2 states out of 36 states, you see that we still have a very long way to go. But I believe that with consistent government policies, insurance companies will thrive and will get to where we are supposed to be in the nearest future. For me to answer that in 2 words will be very, very hard. Right now, the total number of people that are qualified as insurance personnel, if you look at them, I don't really have the statistics, but I know it is under 4,000. And we have a population in Nigeria that is over 100 million. So you can imagine the prospect that is still, the wide prospect that is still available. Even at the master's level, the total people that have masters in insurance and risk management in Nigeria as of today is less than 1,000. And I know for sure that even at the PhD level, we have maybe 4 or 5 people that are still doing PhD insurance. So it's an uncharted course, and I encourage people to come and come to the insurance industry or come to the insurance sector to have 1 or 2 information and knowledge that can even motivate them to pursue a career course in insurance and actuarial science. Don't forget, we have actuarial science arm of insurance. The actuarial science arm is the mathematical aspect of insurance. So it's still a burden aspect that we need a lot of people to come and dominate the industry. Most of the people that we have in the insurance industry today are not insurance graduates. Most of them are accounting, finance, that are just using their basic rudimentary knowledge of finance to work in the insurance industry. So because we still have a very large market in Nigeria and the prospect is still very high, I encourage a lot of people. And even if you look at most of the insurance in Nigeria now, they are now setting up insurance departments. For example, Federal University of Technology, Akure, has just started the process of getting insurance course accredited. We have also Ogun State University, as is the Olabisi Onabanjo University, is also trying to set up insurance, and University of Uyo is also sourcing for a lot of qualified people. Even LASU at our own back end, they still need more qualified people that are going to man the insurance department. So there's still a very, very big opportunity for those that are interested in coming to join. And as I always say, you are welcome anytime, any day. I hope I tried in 2 words.
www.sillyidis.com